Hello there, Bandit Racing League fans. Former broadcaster Marshall Crocker Jr. here, part-time driver, the number 78 for 785 Racing. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about Geezer Authentics, your place for all things Bandit Racing League merchandise. Well, now let's say you want to go and buy a t-shirt for your reigning, defending Bandit Racing League champion, Eddie Hagge. You put it in black, you get it in an extra large, and you add it to your cart there for a reasonable price. You're going to move on, maybe look at some, shirts and sweaters, but maybe there's nothing that catches your eye this time, so you're going to move on to some wall wear. And you know me, I can't lie, I was a big Cody Welch fan back in my time broadcasting, so maybe you want to grab a 785 Cody Welch pennant to hang on your wall above your sim racing rink. You add it to your cart and you're going to move on. Maybe you're thinking some sort of accessory, maybe you're a big hat person like I am, you need something to wrap right on the brim, and there you go, Bandit Racing League hats in a variety of colors, but I personally like the combo of the camo and that Full Send Racing Network orange. And you're going to move on now to some drinkware. You need something to drink your coffee out of in the morning. Why not grab a 785 Racing mug and support yours truly, Marshall Crocker Jr. This has been Geezer Authentics. Check out the site. Lots of great options for Bandit Racing League fans.
LAT Racing Oils is invested in winning. With industry-leading at-track support, superior engineering, blending technology, and the World Championships to prove it, LAT is your premier choice for racing lubricants. Used by NHRA Pro Mod champions Jose Gonzalez and Chris Thorne, along with their closest competitors, LAT Racing Oil continues to carry top-level racers to the winner's circle in all categories of competition. From engine oil to transmission fluid and gear oil, LAT has you covered from end to end in your race car. A nationwide dealer network means easy access to our products as well. Visit LATRacingOils.com for more.
Good evening, everybody, and welcome back to Simtrax Broadcasting, coming to you live here with the Bandit Racing League. We are here during qualifying, as we already see one driver out there in the number 48 of Brandon Finley in the number 48 Chevrolet, getting ready to go ahead and get his first warm-up lap underway so he can get out there on the board. Couple of drivers still teetering on the edge here of how they're going to do here tonight. Not a single driver I've talked to has the really any confidence out there that they will win this race. A lot of drafting is going to need to be utilized, a lot of teamwork between the teams and amongst the teammates trying to figure out how they're going to fight their way to the front. Fuel mileage, we're going to be fighting tires, and this being the Alabama Mile and, of course, Talladega, you guys have tuned into Simtrax Broadcasting before. This is exactly what you're going to expect, but now we take the guys out of Cup cars. We take them out of the Gen 6. We take them out of the Xfinity series, and now we put them in the trucks. Now, hopefully these guys can adjust to a little bit longer tail to these trucks and not swipe down and end up spinning somebody out here, causing mass confusion and a huge wreck, causing the big one early here in the race. Fortunately, there is a fast repair they will have here tonight, and we'll take a quick look as qualifying is underway here at our race here for tonight. 125 laps, 65% fuel limit, 2 sets of tires down in the pit, and of course 1 fast repair. That's going to be their mulligan here for the night in case something goes wrong. Me, of course, your lead producer and the co-commentator out here is Stellar. Stella, she'll be here in just a moment. And Nicole Krazel and Bradley Shin will be out there ready to go. Track temperature sits at 105 here currently during qualifying. We'll double check in on our track temperature when we get under race time. 5 miles an hour wind shouldn't be too bad, but RAJ out there is enjoying the Johnson-themed truck out there as we float around checking a few of the other drivers out there. Talon Ulibarri starting in the 19 Chevrolet, flying on through, and I've got to admit, not too many pickers here of Toyotas. We've got Ethan Sikorsky, Brett Guzik, and I believe one last driver, Marshall Crocker, is the last one out using a Toyota here tonight. But we are mostly riddled with Chevrolets here tonight. And Stella, Chevrolets seem to be a huge choice here, but maybe because they don't like the shovel nose of the Fords. Any word on the track about that?
It could be the case. I know with the cars, they have that complaint that one is much more squared off and rounded. My curiosity is, I wonder just how much longer or shorter are these vehicles than the cars? You know, I know they have a pickup truck end, but as far as cutting in and cutting back, is there really that much more behind them?
Yeah, well, it shouldn't be too much. I just hope everybody is, considering how much farther it is. That spoiler does kind of play a little trick on them as we take a look at Ulibarri's car. That spoiler does play a little more into it here when they take a look out that rear view mirror. A couple of more guys still waiting to get out there as we look at about 1 minute left here in qualifying. You see the top time held by Sean Britt in the 55 Chevrolet, sitting there with a 55.87. Not bad. Almost tied with that is Kyle Fahey and his number 20 Chevrolet, and Kevin Foster. Now, Stella, I don't remember. Hopefully you don't remember too well. Kevin Foster had a horrible finish there at Texas, and he is looking to definitely boomerang back and come back from that. That guy had a magnet on him of nothing but chaos, which brings us to our... Go ahead to our sponsor of Lady Chaos Racing sponsoring the race here tonight, and that is exactly what we're going to see here at Talladega. Nothing but chaos. Guys are going to be shuffling all over the track looking for just 1 more inch of speed, and they're going to try to see if they can find every little piece of it. 20 seconds left here to go, left in qualifying. Right now I am showing... all but one driver has yet to qualify. Terry Condas in the 32 Ford will be starting from the back if he is able to get out there. Right now, I believe I see his truck sitting down in pit road. He's realizing he's not going to get out there, and Bob Berry in the 75. He is out there as well, and that's going to do it for our qualifying. Not bad by our drivers out here. I've got to admit, some drivers you see normally not up toward the front, they will have their chance here tonight. They'll be able to fight their way up to the front. They'll be able to slide their way all the way. And we're looking right here at the backstretch, which oddly enough, most drivers drive alongside that yellow line down toward the bottom to block. You cannot pass below the yellow line, which you used to see back in the early 90s. Guys would be side by side, and somebody would almost dive bomb with a solid run and send them 3 wide heading into 3. That is no longer. We're going to have these guys really side by side here most of this race. Maybe strung out, Stella, if we see a little trouble, but let's go ahead and get to our starting grid here for the night. Sean Britt and Kyle Fahey will be starting in the front row. Looking pretty solid for them for the 55 and the 20. Kevin Foster sits third. Mark Allen Bivens will be our 4th place driver. That moves us on to Eddie Hagge and Marshall Crocker for row number 3. Row number 4 starts with John Osborne and Ethan Sikorsky. Moving on to Brandon Finley and Brett Guzik will be finishing out our top 10. Now, Stella, a lot of big names up here toward the front, and we'll see how if they stay up here toward the front, as you see these guys are going to be mixing it up big time. Ricky Hart will be in the 11th spot next to Paul Wilson. Wilson looking to have a good night here tonight. He seems pretty confident, but not on a win. He's going to give it a shot in the 82 Ford. Following with the next Ford will be Jason Greenwell. He'll be next to Nolan Gross. Following on through to Connor Gibson, Michael Ramos, Bill Harkins out there, and Mason Flegar. Come on, Stella, help me out here.
I'm going to help you out. This is a 100-lap race.
All right, great. Awesome. Now seem to fumble that one already. Let's go ahead on through. David Leakey and Carter Phillips will sit 19th and 20th. Benjamin Lacey, boy, fast driver all the way here in the back. Boy, that's looking like a huge trouble for him, but we'll see him fight up to the front. Dale Earnhardt did it. I'm sure he can too, but James Hartley will be on the outside of him. Moving on to Jackson Knock will be in 23rd. Corey Russell will be 24th. And I believe rounding out the final of our field, Matt Crockett, Talon Uluberry, Keegan Clark, and Nathan Nickel will be 27th and 28th. Seeing the guys behind the wheel right now, I'm showing Bob Berry and Terry Condis are mobile, but I do not see Nathan Nickel floating around yet. I don't know if he is an EOL or if he is not going to start this race, but that is going to be extremely tough for him, starting all the way in the back outside of the draft. Stella, do we have anything on Nathan?
We do not.
All right, well, looks like he's going to be tumbling around here on the sides. Right now, I would ask anybody out there who's kind of watching the race and seen races like this before, really where is a good place to start? I would probably say that the front, always being in the front, you can stay out of 90% of the trouble. You're hanging out back here, let's say, around that Bill Harkins, Connor Gibson area, 15th and 16th. This is to me is the no-go zone. Right now, you can see the pace car way out there, and right behind you, you're still right stuck smack in the middle. So this right now is, to me, this is the hot zone, is these are where guys are going to be falling back and where guys are going to be passing going forward. This is where most of your problems do end up. But honestly, if you do keep an eye out there on the real-life guys, we're looking at even guys in the top 10, and that's what ends up taking out the entire field. So right now, Sean Britt, Mark Allen Bivens, Kevin Foster, Marshall Crocker, and Eddie Hagge better be on their best behavior up here in the front, as I'm sure somebody is looking for a win here tonight. Will it be one of these guys? We'll have to see. 3 Chevrolets, 1 Ford, and a Toyota are going to kick it off here in just a moment as the pace car ducks on off. Stella, any useful information that I've missed?
I do not believe so. I think you pretty much got it now.
All right, well, go ahead and take whatever notes you had to say about this race. Throw it out the window because I am way ahead of you right now.
Okay.
All right, we'll wait and see as they get around the little dogleg bend here, heading around this 2.66-mile track. They're looking to be fight this one off. Sean Britt waiting for Barney, and he's got the green flag in the air. We are underway to get the Talladega Lady Chaos Racing underway. Definitely already on the move. You just kind of see a couple of guys shifting around a little bit. Guzik on the inside. It's sitting 7th. He's getting a couple different looks here, but we're already hitting 3 wide. Boy, he missed. Wish he hadn't done that. Outside line here. The 04 marching back. Look at what it means when you're not in the draft. Now he has fallen way out, outside the top 10, outside the top 15, and we are still rolling back. He's got to duck on in. Either that or Stella, could he'd be playing a little bit here, saying, this might be where he wants to be. Hanging to the outside, rolling the back of the field here, and fight his way back to the front later on here in the race. Boy, that is tough. As you see him slicing on back, that's going to definitely kind of soil his night here as he now sits 24th. Single file most of the race here, but look at this. Next driver that pops out, Mark Allen Bivens. So these guys got a high qualifying spot, and now we're deciding to check out. Stella, I've seen this before, but normally on the backstretch, guys will pull to the infield to allow guys to pass them.
Yeah, I'm not seeing any reason for it. I'm not seeing an EOL penalty at this point. And Mama Goose is out there rooting on Brett and his 04 machine. She's probably going, "What's the matter?"
Yeah, we'll take a look here as we slice back to the front. They were getting 3 wide here in front. John Osborne is now our leader out front. Next to him will be Eddie Hagge. Hagge trying to get a little more speed here on the inside, but it's not seeming to work out. Drivers starting to separate just a hair here, and we are already starting to separate a couple of piles. Everybody A-OK. Bill Harkins, I believe, is the last one in the pile. Knock, and then we move on to Sean Britt. Britt in the 55. He's going to be the bridge between the two. He gets good separation. Michael Ramos is now going to have to chase. Fastest on the track last lap was actually Corey Russell out there in the 14 Ford. He is moving up here so far, up 8 positions here on the race. A couple of guys were checking out, but it seems to be no problems out of his machine here so far.
Yeah, they're looking good. This 3 wide is very doable at Talladega. You just kind of have to mind your P's and Q's. If you want to use the door draft, it's just be very, very careful. if you come off the wall and head to the infield, try to stay there. Don't fly back up onto the course and kill everybody else's night too.
Yeah, some people do kind of fly back up there. It is kind of a bouncy track there on the bottom, so it's hard for them to stay connected. 51.05 now by Kyle Fahey, and remember Fahey started up in the top 5. Flager actually moves back to 19th, so we're already seeing pretty big shuffles here so far of guys moving. Ooh, there's a little bump draft right there. As we take a look as the 94 of Ethan Sikorsky gets a little bit of the butt end of that bump here. Let's see if we can sit on top of the Ethan Sikorsky and look forward and see how they look pretty solid and they look steady when we look from over top. But when we get on the on top of the car, look how much these guys are moving out here.
Yeah, a lot of back and forth movement. Is there a reasonable reason why they're not staying in their lane?
Well, the trucks are getting a little bit loose out there, and as the looser they get, they start to wobble around real bad. So you see like the number 78 here, Marshall Crocker on the outside. He's getting real loose, but he does pop his nose out occasionally, allowing the wind to drag his car a little bit slower. That way he can work on keeping a little bit of control around the turns here. Outside line is starting to actually look like it's starting to form up a little bit here, led by Ulibarri on the outside. Watch this. Here we go. Outside line led by the 19 and the 20. Right now, Ulibarri and the 28 of Kyle Fahey, they fell back, but look at them fight all the way back to the front. Crazy move here. This is actually working to a T. Let's get an above head shot as we are 3 wide, 3 rows back. And Stella, right now, you couldn't ask for better here out of the Bandit Racing League.
Yeah, this is beautiful. This is racing. I like seeing this a lot. Looks like 19 and 20 there might have actually practiced some of their pushing and trailing. The others look a little bit shaky. They don't want to get up and close and personal. Ooh,
no, they
got
don't.
Somebody pulling out.
And definitely a
Two
good move
pulling
there
out.
by Doc's Racing, working on the outside line here. Ulibarri moves up 25 positions here on the night to put his Chevrolet into the lead. Chops down. Kyle Fahey continues to follow. So right now, a team of 2 is now leading here in the front, occupying the 2 spots on the top of the chart. Number 1 and number 2, obviously the best ones. But Connor Gibson, our Canadian, sits 3rd. He's up 12 here on the night. Fahey originally started in 2nd in this race, almost went back to grab Ulibarri, and they lined themselves up and pushed them to each other in front.
I do believe he did.
Yeah, biggest mover of the race is Ulibarri. Apparently, he had an awful qualifying time, but it is not showing now as that we are under 7.5 laps here complete as we continue to roll on through. These guys are almost nose to tail. They know exactly what they need to do.
Yeah, this is a clinic being put on by these fellas. They know how to push. Maybe they got that little Chevy thing going there, and the 1 through 4 place is all Chevys. Whoop! We got somebody hanging out on the outside again.
Yeah, Kyle Fahey is smoking. Boom!
Oh.
There's a hit.
I think he might have blown an engine.
Yes, yeah, it looks like he overheated, maybe blew an engine. Waiting to see if RC is going to call a caution on this one. And it does not appear so.
Wow. Alrighty.
Yeah, that was a hard hit.
Yes. So, would he have blown the engine overheating from being too close behind him?
Oh, absolutely.
For too long.
Right
So
here.
you can do it. Don't do it too much.
Boom.
Ow. Yep. Okay.
Well, looks like his first fast repair will be used to put that engine back together.
I do believe.
We are not under caution. So Kyle Fahey working his way down pit road now. And, hey, check that out. Nathan Nickel made it.
Yes. He's been running for a little bit.
Well, right now, he is what he's running for is everybody chasing behind him. That is the leaders.
Yikes.
Yep, and you're going to notice how quickly they will close him in due to the draft. Right now, Nickel's running about 177 miles an hour. Everybody else is running 190.
Yep. Here they come.
Yeah, you see taking a high line. Will be Nathan Nickel, not bad. Sean Britt working his way down pit road as well. Says Sean Britt may have crashed out there. We'll see if we can see what happened. And the 55. He started extremely high here tonight. He should have been on the pole. Now, yeah, I would be really surprised to see our leader blown up and down in pit road. A couple of shuffles here. Looks like everything's starting to calm down. Let's go back and check in what happened to Sean Britt here.
Yeah, Kyle Fahey's also
Oh, this better not be an exit.
Come out of the pits after a minute and a quarter. Oh, okay.
Stella, 10% of this race has been completed as we sit here with Connor Gibson, Ulibarri, and Finley sitting in 1 through 3. Ricky Hart sits in that 4th spot, and John Osborne sitting 5th. Osborne hasn't really moved a whole lot. He's been in the lead and has fallen back, but not as much as some of these other drivers who have decided to check on out and then work their way back to the front. Right now, looking to see who our last driver is in the front pile, and that's going to be Marshall Crocker in the Toyota. Right now, he seems to be one of the only Toyota here in the top 20. Guzik and Sikorsky sit now 24th and 27th. Almost 3 piles have kind of ended up dividing each other here. Ricky Hart now gains the lead in the 28 Ford. He's up front.
Yeah, it looks like Osborne's taking on a nice job of pushing there, but maybe he learned from Fahey the hard way.
Yep.
Don't do it for too long. Give a push, let it go, come back, push again.
Well, it does make you question whether anything, if he did something wrong, or was there just too much tape on the front, or what happened. I mean, he did have that nose buried into the rear bumper,
which we've seen a lot. As far as that, some of our other leagues, run this, not necessarily in the trucks, but I mean, they get under there and they're going for ages, and I haven't seen them, overdo an engine like that.
Our guys are going to have to rally cap to get back onto the lead lap, though. Right now, that does leave us with 27 drivers on the lead lap. Nathan Nickel and Sean Britt are down a lap. I believe Kyle Fahey is down 2. He's going to have a lot of work here left to do. We continue to watch these guys race around this track. It makes you question, your driving ability out there. And seeing these guys are going over 180 miles an hour trying to, thread the needle here. This is quite impressive to find out how this is going. Now, we are sitting along here with Marshall Crocker, trying to get a view of what he sees out front here, trying to make a quick slice, but he's kind of hanging back. I like his idea of trying to keep a little bit of distance here from our guys here in the front rather than continuing the pressure. But it does start spreading the field out a little bit.
And I'm assuming he is still maintaining in the bubble, but that's about as far back as I'd want to be and still be pulled along.
Yep. Yeah, pretty impressive. These guys have already gone almost 30 miles out here on the track, and we're only out there for, less than 15 minutes. So it's not bad. These guys have really been here on a roll. Marshall Crocker continues to get back forward. Right now, Ulibarri drops out of the lead back into 5th. He may be trying to do a little bit of fuel savings here, but the worst place you could be out on the track is that number 1 spot. Right now, you do want to be about where David Leakey is or Connor Gibson, about that 3rd and 4th area. Outside line continue. Go ahead.
I'm sorry. It is amazing watching these guys that are coming back out of pits for whatever reason, and they are not in that draft. I'm looking anywhere between 4 and 5 seconds slower just being out of the draft. I mean, even though that Kyle Fahey is all fixed up because he used his fast repair, and he still can't get faster than 56 seconds. And these other guys are running 52s.
Yep. The 81 T-Mobile Ford is out front, but not anymore, as it looks like David Leakey's going to take his shot to the outside. Continuing the charge, it looks like Connor Gibson's going to give him a little push there. Not bad. Good angle. as they fight out of turn number 2. Still Leakey out front. Gibson sits second, and John Osborne is third. Nolan Gross, we haven't talked about him at all. He's now fought himself up into the top 5, now hanging out in 4th. We'll see if he can hang on, though, as the O2 machine on the outside is trying to push the outside line to a little more success. The only thing he could ask for is somebody a little closer to him in the rear. Seems like the 72 machine of Flagar is laying back just a little bit. Ooh. Quick duck on off there. And Stella, you and I have seen multiple leagues here. Inside line seems to be pretty fast. But if the outside line can stay together, they're the faster ones.
Yeah, that's, just distance-wise, it's going to be. But until the track conditions change, like you always tell me. But just snug up. Whatever you do, try to snug up.
Yep. Now, right now, Nolan Gross has the lead here in the O2 Chevrolet. So we hadn't talked about him, but we finally do. He does get his way out front. Yeah, you see how fast these guys are going around the track. 184 miles an hour. Some are reaching up around 191. Stella, I was kind of downplaying it here on the Craftsman trucks that these guys may not be going as fast, hovering around 160 to 170. That would be true if they were not in the draft. Another 20 miles an hour. So if they have not practiced out there in the draft, they have no idea how these cars handle. And I'm wondering if some of the guys, like James Hartley right now, you see how loose he is getting around these turns, and he is having a hard time trying to keep that car stuck together. Now, if the 6 ducks on down, the 84 of David Leakey will have that vacuum and be able to pull here toward the front, and then they shut the door on that one.
Yep.
Well, that does leave Paul Wilson here on the outside all by himself. Right now, wedges his way in. Excellent.
Ooh. Ooh. He needed a T-bone steak for that spotter tonight.
Oof. Yeah, right now that was very, very close. Let's check back in on Haggy. Haggy working his way back up to the front. Remember, he ducked on out in the 97. Haggy trying to slide up front. Let's take a look at Haggy and see if he's nervous.
Does not look like it.
Nope. Seems to be having fun. I was going to say, seems to be having fun until somebody makes a mistake up front. And then he's going to be doing a lot of shuffling and shifting and flying all over the track trying to avoid. Unfortunately, if the big one does happen, most of our guys do have a faster pair, so they'll be able to come out and try again. I've got to admit, Stella, we've seen faster pairs go well and go very horribly.
Yeah.
Where faster pairs are then used as you can make the league a bumper car league, where guys are just hammering each other out there and it doesn't matter. Or it can end up helping out for speedways such as this. One mistake can take out 20 drivers.
Yes.
So it gives them another chance to try another go and get back out there. So fortunately for sim racing, there's no chance of some serious injury.
Then is it a sport?
Yes. If you've ever been in a race car, you better be working out if you were trying to wrangle this car for the next 2.5 hours out there on the track and trying to, just the endurance and the speed and your concentration that goes out there is just very, very difficult. Lap number 20 underway here. This race being led by Nolan Gross. Not bad here so far for Gross as he has fought his way up to the front. But this is definitely playing out very, very well for him here. And hopefully he will be able to continue his lead up toward the front. But as we get halfway through lap number 20, we're going to cut to commercial and we'll be right back.
Racing Oils is invested in winning with industry-leading at-track support, superior engineering, blending technology, and the World Championships to prove it. LAT is your premier choice for racing lubricants. Used by NHRA Pro Mod champions Jose Gonzalez and Chris Thorne, along with their closest competitors, LAT Racing Oil continues to carry top-level racers to the winner's circle in all categories of competition. From engine oil to transmission fluid and gear oil, LAT has you covered from end to end in your race car. A nationwide dealer network means easy access to our products as well. Visit LATRacingOils.com for more.
Hello there, Bandit Racing League fans. Former broadcaster Marshall Crocker Jr. here, part-time driver, the number 78 for 785 Racing. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about Geezer Authentics, your place for all things Bandit Racing League merchandise. Well, now let's say you want to go and buy a t-shirt for your reigning, defending Bandit Racing League champion, Eddie Hagge. You put it in black, you get it in an extra large, and you add it to your cart there for a reasonable price. You're going to move on, maybe look at some, shirts and sweaters, but maybe there's nothing that catches your eye this time, so you're going to move on to some wall wear. And you know me, I can't lie, I was a big Cody Welch fan back in my time broadcasting, so maybe you want to grab a 785 Cody Welch pennant to hang on your wall above your sim racing rig. You add it to your cart and you're going to move on. Maybe you're thinking some sort of accessory, maybe you're a big hat person like I am, you need something to wrap right on the brim, and there you go, Bandit Racing League hats in a variety of colors, but I personally like the combo of the camo and that Full Send Racing Network orange. And you're going to move on now to some drinkware. You need something to drink your coffee out of in the morning. Why not grab a 785 Racing mug and support yours truly, Marshall Crocker Jr. This has been Geezer Authentics. Check out the site. Lots of great options for Bandit Racing League fans.
All right, everybody, appreciate you hanging out. From a shout out from our sponsors, LAT Oils and Geezer Authentics. Guys, check it out and go get your apparel out there. As we were cutting away to commercial, two groups of drivers have come into the pits here. Benjamin Lacey all the way back to Bob Berry, who sits now 8th. I believe Berry is getting ready to end up a few heading back to the back of the pack as the drivers who pit earlier on lap 20 are now starting to pick up some pace here. Right now, I believe Flagar will take the lead here in just a moment if he can find Benjamin Lacey. But Lacey with an 11.65 pit time, he is way out front and he's reeling him in. Remember, no help in the draft. 72 might floss around him. The 76 will follow.
Wow, yeah, there's an amazing gap there. Here they come. I was just thinking earlier before as we went to commercial, two stragglers on the outside. I was just hoping a third would pop in there, give him that little magic number, and really make that outside line start working. But here we go. I mean, these guys have got it now.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be affecting anybody here at all as they continue the race up front. Flagar is one of our guys who's been blinking out here a little bit tonight, so the 72 Chevrolet under a microscope as the 5 Chevrolets follow behind him. Benjamin Lacey starting in his Ford. He's got Kevin Foster and Paul Wilson right behind him, and we'll talk a little bit about kind of that shovel nose look to the Fords. As we get a little closer, you see a little bit of the drone footage here. You see he's got a little bit of kick-out lip down there at the bottom. That's where everybody's a little concerned about. Checking back on the Chevrolets, you see they're more flat-faced in the front.
Okay.
So, yeah, it's more prevalent when you get to the Gander Outdoor Truck Series, but when in the Craftsman, they're not as bad on the shovel nose, so the Fords can push here.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a possibility. Anybody here in our top 6 drivers has gained at least 2 positions. If we want to knock out Mark Allen Bivens, then at least our guys have moved up 11 positions. Flager up 17, yeah. Gross up 11, Keegan Clark up 23, Leakey up 14, and Benjamin Lacey up 15. So you can almost take all that, throw it right out the window of any driver you had in the front, possibly winning this thing, as Mark Allen Bivens, as I say that, gets a hold of the lead here. And everybody you've been rooting for up front is actually kind of in the weeds here. Ethan Sikorsky is now a lap down, sitting 26th. I mean, Brett Guzik, he is sitting down here in the down 10 position, sitting 20th. He's still got time to fight his way toward the front. I'm not saying he's down and out here. But right now, a quarter of the way through this race, and this field is flipped.
Yeah, it sure has. But if it's a quarter of the way through, it'll flip 3 more times. So I'm not worried.
Yeah. Yeah, that we will. Looks like a little trouble out there on the track as we see a little bit of tire smoke as we were taking a look at Guzik. Guzik may be kind of counting his lucky stars as somebody may have straightened out right there in front of him. Plenty of trouble. Let's ride along with Brett Guzik. I'm sure Mama Guzik pretty happy about that. Now we're getting on top of the 04 here. Single file most of the way, though. As right now, Guzik is now tucking in. He'll be in front of Matt Crockett. Let's take a look back. Not too many guys behind him, though. kind of keep tabs out there and see if we can find out what happened to Carter Phillips and Jackson Knock here. These guys are way off pace. Sitting almost 7 seconds before they can find the next person. They did come in on lap 20. Sikorsky came in on 16. And right now, all of our drivers are still out there on the track. Some are starting to rack up more and more laps down here.
Yeah, they came in basically on the same laps everybody else did. Didn't go back through again, and their normal pit time was just average with everybody else. So I am not sure what the cause would be, because there were at least 10 guys that came in on lap 20.
Yeah, right now, the guys are starting to reel them in, catch back to the pile. Right now, I believe everybody here in the top 23 is right now. Bob Berry's trying to see if he can throw his fishing line back out there and grab a hold of Matt Crockett before he squeezes away here.
Take a look up front. We're having definitely some shuffles in the top 5, 6.
Yeah, as I noticed, the outside line was kind of forming up and starting to take off. Connor Gibson, John Osborne, David Leakey now take the lead, but shuffling back to the inside. I'm wondering if this is almost a block of them dropping down to the bottom. Watch the 78 as Marshall Crocker. He'll have his chance here. Fresh air to the nose of that car, and now he's going to get a huge push. Yeah, fresh air to the nose of the truck. How about that?
Nice. We have the third line forming.
Yeah, that we do. Right now, I see a couple of guys that are considering going along with. Brett Guzik has taken the outside 83 machine of Jason Greenwell, going to kick it in overdrive here and see if he can join him. Right now, as tough as it's getting out there, Stella, I'm hard to say, where's that right spot. Right now, BC Simsport here is now working together. Guzik finally finds Greenwell out there. I know he's still looking for Carter Phillips. Phillips is unfortunately, I believe he is back at 24. And Haggy, I think Haggy, he's been dealing with some trouble as well. 16th spot for him.
I think that outside line has picked up Bill Harkins.
Yep. Right now, Harkins is enjoying some time here in the top 10. Let's see if he can slice his way to the top 5. Notice how everybody is catching up, and it looks like more lap traffic here for the inside line.
Oh, wow. He went all the way down.
All right.
To let this 3x3 come through.
Yeah, hats off to that driver who decided to get out of the way, if I remember right. If I'm not mistaken, I thought that is not Sean Britt. That is actually Terry Condos. Yeah, good job. Do want to give him some recognition. That is going to definitely throw a race here from things happening in the front. Let's get up front let's see who it is. Right now, it was Brett Guzik right before the turn 3 entry here. The 04 still trying to hold on. Right now, he could use a hard shove here from the 83. Harkins has got to keep close to the 83. That way, the 83 can be our pusher. Right now, inside middle lane is kind of falling apart here. Nobody else there to help Brandon Finley, who's in the back of that pack.
Wow.
Yeah, check the kind of moving back and forth.
Yes.
Yeah, I guarantee you we're getting ready to drop down back to 2 lanes. Looks like that fizzles out here. Guzik still out front as we finally get a Toyota here in the lead.
Not bad having a 3 in 30 chance there. A 1 in 10 of being up front.
Well, Sikorsky's still sitting 27th, but Crocker's at least in that 8th spot in his Toyota. So any Toyota fans out there, now is your time. Just hang out front for a little while. Stella, if I'm not mistaken, I think looking all the way back, Fords have won the Super Speedway here, I believe the most.
I would have to look that up for you. Talladega is kind of a mishmash as far as who comes in. I do not have... No, but I will look it up.
All right. Let's take a look at it here. Still flying on through. Moving their way up to the front. Right now, Ulibarri looking to return back to that spot. He may have his chance here with the 14 of Corey Russell sitting right behind him. Boy, look at that shuffle here. Guy's not taking any chance of any door draft. Guzik still has Bill Harkins right behind him. Harkins getting a little bit loose, heading into 3. Now coming out of 4. And Harkins. Wow. Harkins makes a move here. It looks like Guzik will let off the gas to let Harkins get up front. Harkins working his way up there. Right now, let's see how much communication he's doing here. He's in the zone. Oh, yeah, change that camera. Love the way that angle is. Now you can see a good setup of the rig here. Triple screens for him. Harkins looking to see if he can get everybody out of those side mirrors here. But unfortunately, it looks like Jason Greenwell Harkins has the lead. Right now,
I was kind of wondering whether it would come into play, this being a truck thing here.
That is right now, continuing through. Interesting to see Harkins drop on down. I would say if they wanted the inside lane to fail here, the outside lane would stay the outside lane. Because every time somebody goes from the outside, drops down to the front, it creates that vacuum again, and then the inside lane's able to pick up speed. So Brett Guzik back to the drawing board here. As it looks like he gets the 83. Jason Greenwell, who I believe is on the bottom line. Greenwell going to hang out with Harkins, continuing the charge on through, so BC Simsport still working their way up toward the front, and GFR is still nowhere to be seen here. We're trying to find Kevin Foster, Paul Wilson, or Ricky Hart. And it seems all of them, I believe, have fallen out of the top 10.
Wow. Yeah, you're talking about your big names. I mean, Ricky Hart came in second last week. Britt came in first, and they are, like, way out there.
Yeah, we want to take a look back here. Kevin Foster sitting 17th, Wilson 18th, Ricky Hart is 19th, so they found each other. Now they just got to work together to get their way up to the front, but I think they're going to be waiting for Let's check out this third lane starting to form up again. Brandon Finley wants to get a piece of it here in the 48 machine. He'll have a chance to kind of reel him in here, but right now, only 2. That's going to be tough. That is going to take a lot of strategy here as they try to slice their way back to the front. 48 ditches. That's going to leave the 76 and Mark Allen Bivens with nowhere to go.
Whoa. He almost had a little bit of companionship, but not at a good angle. And I have that answer for you, actually. And since they've been racing trucks since 2006 at Talladega, 2 Fords, 6 Chevys, 10 Toyotas.
Ah. Okay, I wasn't sure. I think I was still thinking about possibly Cup Series that the Fords may have been at it. Seeing the
Could be.
Oh, Bill Elliott was nailing down some insane times here. All right, let's take a look back at Ulibarri. Ulibarri looks like he's got the 24 parking behind him here. Right now, I believe that is Nathan Nickel. Nickel is actually a lap down. He is still up here messing around with the top 5.
I was going to say, if it's only 1 lap down, he's doing better because he started, he got behind the wheel at 2 laps down.
Yeah.
And he's set up for Lucky Dog at this point.
That he is. But Nickel did come down on lap 20. Ethan Sikorsky came down on 16. So I'm waiting to see when that 94 Toyota is going to have to kind of call it quits and head in the pit. Unfortunately, he's going to be the only one.
Yes.
And that may prove to be worse. As I saw Mark Allen Bivens kind of checking out there. He actually gets back up to the front here. And he has been slicing all over the track. Up front, back to the back, around the edge. No help on the outside. Back to the front again. I mean, man.
He's taking the scenic route.
Holy cow. Yeah, but I guess it keeps the racing busy.
Just hung Finley out to dry.
Oh, yeah.
But at least he's got some more behind him. Help him out there.
Yeah, right now they've got to give him a shove, or otherwise they're going to be hitting the brakes out there. Right now 48 kind of snug down, get a little more of that door draft to see if he can assist his guys behind him, and he does. You see how it gets him a little bit of speed, but then he starts stalling out again.
Yeah, I don't know what what it is about the outside line, but it seems as though if they are not actively pushing, they just can't keep up with the inside guys.
Yeah. Now, right now, you're waiting to find the anchor of Talon Ulibarri on the outside of the outside line here. He's the very last truck. And now look how the outside line's starting to work. That's exactly kind of what I'm talking about here. If the outside line doesn't quit on it, they can continue to roll on through, and I think that may be the case later on here in that race.
Yeah, it's interesting, like you were saying, some people try to hang out in the front, some people try to hang out in the back, because they're all waiting for that big one. And right now, these guys are fantastic. I mean, we've gone a third of the race, green flag, including a pit stop. Nobody took a barrel award. And it's good stuff. I mean, we're 2 wide, 3 wide. We are right together.
Yep.
I'm
Zero
enjoying
Foxtrot Motorsports is trying to join each other together as they sit 16th and 17th, that being of John Osborne and David Leakey. Right now they are still trying to fish around and see if they can find Connor Gibson. And they do. Connor Gibson gets right behind Costello. Notice how the teams are starting to clump each other together. GFR and Zero Foxtrot have figured it out. Doc's racing there for a while. With Ulibarri, he was working his way up to the front out there in the 19 Chevrolet. He got himself to the front, and right now he's fishing around looking for the 20. The 20. Yeah. Yeah, the 20 of Kyle Fay is unfortunately down in that 30th spot. So we are still 3 wide here in the back. Notice how the inside line is folding here.
Yes.
Continuing this roll. Check out Paul Wilson getting the lead here. Wilson doing a fantastic job here tonight. No trouble out of him. And he continues the charge to the front, but not before Finley and Kevin Foster. Foster joining the lead. Right now, this is fantastic for Kevin Foster. He enjoyed his time up front last time. But 40% through this race, a couple of guys are still trying to find their way on through. Brandon Finley's going to continue following behind him, though. 32 machine is actually, I believe, a lap down of Terry Condis. Condis is actually 2 laps down, and Sikorsky's heading down pit. So from lap 16 all the way to 40, that should be our fuel window there, Stella.
I would venture to say, yes, it is. All right. I think I had at one point, somebody was saying 40 laps, so not.
All right, let's take a look here. Let's sit on top here on Talon Ulibarri.
That Haggy right on the inside there? 14? No, Corey Russell.
Yeah, taking a look at Mark Allen Bithers. Had the lead, losing the lead, getting the lead back, coming back. And
Ooh, here come the rest. Yeah. Yikes. All right. It looks like everybody. Yeah, but at least they came in clean. No squirrelies. No spitting out. No using the other guy as a bumper. Seen a little bit of everything in that. Ooh.
There's somebody dragging through some.
Yeah, that's a few too many pit stalls, buddy. Or a SpongeBob fan.
Yeah. Yeah, the yellow kind of reminds me a little bit of Dave Holloway? Daniel Holloway.
Candyman.
Yeah, the Candyman. Remember with the smiley face on his helmet?
Yes.
He said, I'm always smiling behind you.
Here comes another one.
Now, Stella,
Big batch.
you really think this might be the best idea here for Terry Condis?
Yeah. Well, not unless he thinks he can make it all the way around and get back in with the group, by him without pitting. No, I don't.
Yeah, I kind of would have actually have expected to see him actually coming down pit road at the same time. That way he wouldn't lose the draft here.
I think somebody forgot to enlighten him. Nobody hipped him to that, dude.
That's all right. Yeah, and unfortunately, he is some laps down, though. He will be able to get back out front if he hopes for a caution that might happen. Get it done. Oh, look, Jay out there in the chat. He's offering his expertise at fixing his Ford out there in case he has a problem.
Okay.
All right, let's find somebody who's up to speed now. 183 miles an hour for Brett Guzik. And Brett Guzik. Ooh.
Wow.
Yeah. You can kind of point fingers at Haggy for that one. He is not interested in sitting second fiddle here.
There we go. Looks like everybody's nice. Now see, that was nice and smooth. Those don't make my hair stand on end like the ones where they just all of a sudden take a 90-degree. So, tell you, last week we had 126 laps at Texas. 23 of those being under caution laps, but we had 10 leaders and 18 lead changes. That was a pretty nice, fun hour and 20 minutes. We are almost to the halfway point here, and we've had no caution laps, so life is wonderful.
I know, this is actually pretty mind-blowing. I'm not saying the Bandit Racing League can't race, but man, oh man, good. I'm glad to see so many green flag laps. And a lot of drivers, that's their biggest complaint when they get to a league or when they get to a race like this is, I'm tired of I-pacing. Let's get this under green. And right now, I think that's why everybody here has such an opportunity here during this race. Although some guys would probably like a caution, when you got Bob Berry off by about 8 seconds here. And I believe Bill Harkin's following right behind him. He would love to get back up to the front. Right now,
I understand that.
Yeah, those are the kind of the satellite trucks out here.
But this track has had cautionless races before in real life. Do you know how
many times? Twice?
3. 3 times. I know, okay, they started racing here in, 69? But still. 1997, 2001, and 2002.
So this track opened up in 1969.
I do believe that was the inaugural race won by Richard Brickhouse. Yep, they broke ground in 68, as of course the Alabama International Speedway. Show enough.
Oh Lord, wasn't that the same year we went to?
Yeah.
Jeez.
What, all those million years ago, right?
Oh my God. What did y'all do when life was black and white and it was no longer color? Oh, have you ever heard that before?
Yeah, I don't know if the color purple was invented yet.
Yeah. Was the color purple invented? Yeah, there you go. All right, let's check in on Keegan Clark right now. Up 20 positions here so far, enjoying his time out there. As we sit shotgun with him here. Sitting 7th, not bad. No Toyotas until we start looking behind him with Marshall Crocker and Brett Guzik. Guzik kind of looked like he was going to have the lead there for a little while up there with Kevin Foster, but Foster ended up having to get marched out. Foster now down to that 15th spot. Boy.
My.
Yeah, we're jerking around a little bit here.
You can go forward and back, quick, fast, and in a hurry. I'll give him that. Jay out there said, you know what we did when it was black and white? He said they went outside. Where everything was color.
All right, our Canadian gets in the lead here, Connor Gibson. Check that out.
All right.
out front. And no, not the 24, the 31.
The 24 is actually a lapped car. Would that be Nickel?
I
No.
believe so. Yes.
Oh.
But Nickel
Sorry?
has actually gotten his lap back, sitting in front.
Yeah, but...
Yeah, now he's hoping for a caution.
yeah.
This guy forgot to wrap around this entire track to get back on.
Yeah, I am just hoping that the lead car there will not do anything untoward. He is Nickel's in his racing space as far as I'm concerned. He does not want to go a lap down again, so he's doing what he needs to do.
Yeah, and Stella, I'm checking back on Bill Harkins. Check this out.
They're catching the tail.
I have many questions of how we do such things.
Run fast, jump high.
I guess, but look, I mean, we are single file the entire field. I mean, that's something. That is something. Yeah, so far so good out there, Stella. I'm not seeing anybody really kind of pushing their agenda here. Everybody kind of just hanging back, I think, trying to tick off a few laps here. As keep
And
fighting
right now,
this one on through.
We do still have 30 drivers on the field. So that's nice.
Yeah, that's always good to have, especially when you don't have guys getting eliminated. Still still nobody's taking it out to the garage. Everybody's still putting up a fight, and I think somebody's thinking something dumb's going to happen toward the end. Guys are going to clump together, and then that's when we're going to be dishing out some extra Lucky Dog awards.
Ah, okay. Well, first up for that would be Mr. Sikorsky, Ethan, that is, who is only one lap down. So he would be very happy to see that.
That might be two.
Oh, oops. I am not even going to entertain what a racing colon is.
No, I was not even.
Yeah, you either. Okay, fair enough.
I was not even going to bring it up. Jay's getting a little wild and crazy out there. Lap 51 underway here. Still led out front by Connor Gibson, Paul Wilson, and Brandon Finley sitting 1, 2, and 3. Guys, we're going to cut to commercial and we'll be right back.
LAT Racing Oils is invested in winning. With industry-leading at-track support, superior engineering, blending technology, and the World Championships to prove it, LAT is your premier choice for racing lubricants. Used by NHRA Pro Mod champions Jose Gonzalez and Chris Thorne, along with their closest competitors, LAT Racing Oil continues to carry top-level racers to the winner's circle in all categories of competition. From engine oil to transmission fluid and gear oil, LAT has you covered from end to end in your race car. A nationwide dealer network means easy access to our products as well. Visit LATRacingOils.com for more.
Hello there, Bandit Racing League fans. Former broadcaster Marshall Crocker Jr. here, part-time driver, the number 78 for 785 Racing. And today we're going to be talking a little bit about Geezer Authentics, your place for all things Bandit Racing League merchandise. Well, now let's say you want to go and buy a t-shirt for your reigning, defending Bandit Racing League champion, Eddie Hagge. You put it in black, you get it in an extra large, and you add it to your cart there for a reasonable price. You're going to move on, maybe look at some, shirts and sweaters, but maybe there's nothing that catches your eye this time, so you're going to move on to some wall wear. And you know me, I can't lie, I was a big Cody Welch fan back in my time broadcasting, so maybe you want to grab a 785 Cody Welch pennant to hang on your wall above your sim racing rink. You add it to your cart, and you're going to move on. Maybe you're thinking some sort of accessory, maybe you're a big hat person like I am, you need something to wrap right on the brim, and there you go, Bandit Racing League hats in a variety of colors, but I personally like the combo of the camo and that Full Send Racing Network orange. And you're going to move on now to some drinkware. You need something to drink your coffee out of in the morning. why not grab a 785 racing mug and support yours truly, Marshall Crocker Jr. This has been Geezer Authentics. Check out the site. Lots of great options for Bandit Racing League fans.
Alrighty, I appreciate you guys hanging on there as we see a quick turn of events here right as commercial is ending. Talon Ulibarri getting out front in a hurry as Kyle Fahey, laps down though, is still helping a teammate fight his way to the front, and he gets it. In a matter of 2 laps, Ulibarri comes all the way from the 17th spot to take the lead.
Yeah, but not without contention. Look at these two. They're saying, no, 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 not so fast.
Yeah, right now Gibson looking to see if he can continue pushing the 24 machine out to the front. And remember, right now the 24 is still a lap down if that 19 keeps passing him here. Right now I'm sure he's probably definitely happy about just continuing to chug along behind him here. I would question, Stella, how in the world Fahey blew his motor?
Well, I don't know. You know, unless he was, pushing too hard, making too many RPM. I don't know.
That would be garbage.
Yes.
All right, let's take a look. I believe Brett Guzik is the bridge between the two here. Right now, Haggie's got to reach out there and get him. He needs a little help from the 83 here, Jason Greenwell. Mark Allen Bivens sits 12th. Flager is in 13th. Nolan Gross has led some laps, down in 14th, though. Kevin Foster, he's not checking out. He's still in it here. He's sitting 15th. Jackson Knock is 16th, up 7 here on the night. Matt Crockett up 8th. Up 8 positions, sitting 17th. Ramos has lost a couple here, and Hartley sitting 19th. So right now, Stella is still flip-flop of the field here. And 2 of our guys who are actually top 3 in this race are down laps, sitting 28th and 30th.
Yeah, pretty wild. It's, what was that? How the Worm Turns? But, you know, 32 of these races have been won with last lap passes. So, as they always say, anything can happen at Talladega.
Yep. Look at this hard charge here on the outside. So Guzik comes back up to the front. He gains the lead here just for a moment. Looks like we're coming up on some lap traffic here. Ooh, and we're in a really bad spot. Yeah, might want to just keep charging here. That's going to give the 24 a chance. Terrible time to change the camera angle there, producer. Try to get that thing squared away. Let's take another look. 81 machine of John Osborne on the outside. Go 3 wide right now. I am loving what Paul Wilson is doing. Don't give up. Ooh. Use the door draft, and if he can snug down to this inside lane, he won't continue to fall back. This is doing excellent for him here. Yeah, right now.
Nope. Ooh, wow.
Yep.
Sorry, I thought that was going to be bad, but he managed to come back off that fender and not leave too much of a mark.
Patsy Steele out there rooting on the 84 machine. Should be a David Leakey out there.
Hey, we got Brett Jet.
Brett the Jet. Not bad as they continue to floss their way here toward the front. Stella, we still sit single file here for at least the top 3 drivers. Ulibarri under fire here by Paul Wilson. Wilson taking a look at it here as he gets to a hold of 3rd. Still using only the door draft here.
Yes.
Yeah, that's exactly what you want to do. Try to snug down there. The key is trusting the guy below you to do the right thing and stay tight. Oh! And there it is. A little nudge to the 81.
Wing.
Yeah.
Outside margins created. Once again.
Now, finally, Ulibarri gets a hold of his teammate yet again. I think
Yes.
probably what we're going to watch and see if they blows that motor a second time here.
Oh.
There's the outside line trying to work their way up to the front here, and Ulibarri's got it. Just for a hair, though, not too long. Let's take a look at it. Distance-wise, 20. Sitting in the middle.
Yeah, I'm just imagining, like you said, if he blows that engine again, it would be it could take out several cars.
Yeah, well, Stella, we're noticing how our guys are all here in the front. Brett Guzik now sits down in 7th. And we start kind of separating ourselves out here. 3/4 of a second back, we find Jason Greenwell. And another half second back, we're finding Keegan Clark and Mark Allen Bivens. I mean, just so spread apart here. Jackson Knock back here in 16th. And then we got to look back another second to find Matt Crockett.
And they are not utilizing the draft as well as they could to try to get up further and gather some more cars. They'd snug up a little bit. I think they could catch these other three.
And that's definitely a possibility. But remember what we said about Bill Harkins there in the back, and he's already on his charge up to the front. Harkins was doing quite well there. He was able to get back at it. Harkins right now is sitting down in that 22nd spot behind Bob Berry. And we remember Bob Berry down in Martinsville. That guy could not figure out how to get out of there.
But he's up 8 tonight. So.
Yeah, but you see who's the one blazing out there on the track with a 50.51, Mark Allen Bivens.
Yes.
Man, that guy's on a roll.
He does always find himself in contention, just not always able to. Oh, we have pit stops again. It's like 8 cars coming in.
Yep, they're going to be led by Guzik coming on down. Not taking any steam out from the 24, Nathan Nickel. Guzik, Finley, Haggy, Greenwell, Knock, Phillips, and Sikorsky.
Miss Patsy has a request out there. I'm not sure if she would like it while they're racing or just where you are in the pits. It says, can you show me the 84 so that I can take a screenshot of my son? Oh, how about that, Miss Patsy? Doesn't get much better. Nice looking car.
Down pit road he comes.
Yes.
Oh.
Slow it down. Slow it down.
Almost 3 wide heading into pit there.
Sure is. There we go. Aw.
Oh, 72! No!
What in the world? What is his front tire doing?
I don't know. I'm wondering if he's got some sort of disconnecting issue.
Oh. I don't know, and I don't know if he got any work done either. Maybe just fuel. You got a thank you from Miss Steve.
Oh, yeah. Not a problem. Not a problem. Always tuning in, looking out there in the chat. Try to give you guys the best here at SimTrax Broadcasting. Do want to bring the Lady Chaos Racing 100 here tonight from Talladega to you in the best view possible. Kevin Foster working his way down pit along with Michael Ramos, Bill Harkins, and Matt Crockett. The last 4 drivers, as most of these guys have already pit. Right now I'm showing Ulibarri.
Oh.
Uh-oh.
Did he spin? Did he get tires and spin?
I don't think so. Ulibarri came in on 41. I would probably guess this is lack of fuel.
He has no RPMs. Oh. Now he gets his buddy's been pushing him all night to come and push him into the
not when
pit
he's
stop.
not when he's doing 11 miles an hour. Oh, he's got to tow.
Oh, that hurts. We're so sorry.
Well, we'll see, because right now I'm sure Fei may have nothing to lose here. He's going to go up behind him and rear end him here. And try to give him a push.
I think they're listening.
Actually, showing Ulibarri is made it in the pit.
Oh. Okay.
Yeah, Spidey says it's telling me we towed.
Yeah. And he probably let his buddy know so he wouldn't come down.
Yep.
All right. Let's see what we got going up here in the front again.
Yeah, well, let's take a look and give a shout-out there to Brandon Finley, who now has the lead in front of Haggy. Mark Allen Bivens sits third. Connor Gibson is our fourth-place driver. John Osborne sits fifth. Ricky Hart, sixth position. Bob Berry is seventh. Guzik is up 2. He's in eighth. Jason Greenwell is sitting ninth. As I say that, him and Bob Berry make a quick little switch there. David Leakey is kind of tumbling around there as well, sitting ninth.
Yeah, it definitely makes a mess of the tower as a whole line starts to pass.
Yeah.
Everybody gets all shook up. Wow, Osborne took a
Whoa.
sharp right there.
All right, Stella, who is Lady Chaos Racing out there?
Well, that's another league that happens to be Miss Nicole Krazel's league. And you can find her out there on Facebook, I do believe. She broadcasts on Facebook for her league.
Excellent. We'll check out. Guzik is working right on the outside. Wonderful paint scheme there on that right toward the end. Love it. Oh yeah, get it closer. A little closer. Oh yeah. That looks good. All right.
Nice.
Stella, we are 67 laps, almost complete here. This has been a great race here so far, and I have got to admit, I knew there was talks they've been kind of mentioning we got to get these yellow flags under control. We are over 66% of the race complete here, and not a single caution. We only had a little trouble back with Fay blowing the motor on lap 7. Sean Britt had a problem on 8, I believe. I think he may have checked out there at one point. Something happened. And Ulibarri just ran out of fuel on 63.
But no harm, no foul as far as most of those go.
Yeah, that's
And
right.
the other nice thing is that we are still looking at 24 drivers on the lead lap. But
still 30 racing.
yes, yes.
So I'm glad to see guys not quitting out here and still giving it a shot. A lot can happen here after lap 80. A lot of things are going to get really dumb. That's an easy way of saying it.
How about this? The big one, took out 27 drivers. So, anything's up for grabs.
Yep, and as we enter 3 and 4 here, look who's on the outside. David Leakey is on the outside here. I believe he's got the lead and continuing. There we go. Right now, David Leakey is out front.
All right. There's a screenshot for you. Yeah, it wasn't until 1995 that the purse cleared $1 million with the Talladega run.
Well, racing's cheap, isn't it? All right. Check out James Hartley. We haven't talked about James here at all. Right now, that number 6 Chevrolet, he's up 15 positions here on the night, finally getting his chance in the top 10. I know he's been toying around with it a little bit, but right now, Stella, I am looking at top 10 drivers. I've got John Osborne's Ford sitting second, and I've got Marshall Crocker's Toyota sitting 10th. Everybody else is a Chevrolet out here, so somebody out there is saying, hey, you know, this is their chance to get up to the front. Right now, Chevys may be the favorite on this one, as David Leakey still leads this race into lap 70. Right now, Connor Gibson following behind. I do want to admit here, Stella, right now, Leakey, yes, he's leading, but does he have enough fuel to make it to the end?
Oh. He came in and, well, he came in with 62 like everybody else, so if he doesn't, neither will anybody else.
Yeah, I would assume he's not going to make it. We're going to have to see another green flag stop.
Yeah, sounds about right. Ooh. Unless there's a fuel calculator out there somewhere. There are Ramos, Harkins, and Crockett. Now, mind you, they are sitting down in 16 through 18, but they came in one lap later. So did Kevin Foster. 16 through 3. So, dun, dun, dun.
That is definitely a possibility. Let's keep going here. Right now, we are still slicing our way here to the front. Great race here so far. I believe Nolan Gross is looking to take the lead here from Leakey. It's going to happen. Watch that 74 machine give a good shove here. And that's going to do it. Outside line starting to roll. Let's see if we can get a better
line
angle
making
here.
an
There we
outside. There. I was going to say, but the outside line looked like it was making an outside line.
Yeah, no, that it is, and that's going to allow Leakey to get back out front. 6 machine, oh yeah, James Hartley. He might have a chance to get into the lead here. In just a moment, waiting to see if they kind of start closing up some of these gaps.
Wow. Look at that door draft, though. They are so close up front. Ah. That's better.
Ooh. Oh, Hartley getting loose here. Right now he had the draft, and it looks like somebody's playing with the rear downforce of the back of his truck here. Trying to use as much as he can to stay tacked down to the track, but it is not helping at all here.
Yeah, this is looking good. I mean, they are starting to snug up. I guess it's we're in that that zone now where they think whoever's up front is going to win this.
Yeah, they may or may not. Checking back on Bill Harkins here in the 17 areas. Uh-oh, I think he just caught us looking at him again.
Yes. Somebody's listening to the broadcast.
Yep. Now, hopefully he'll be able to charge his way back to the front. Bill Harkins right now sitting in that 17th spot. And I would probably say he's probably waiting this out. Something's going on. You see these guys are starting to shift all over the place here again. And now it's starting to turn up. 26 laps left to go here.
Yeah, they're not exactly 2 or 3 wide. They're kind of 2.5 wide.
It looks like it calms down just a little bit there. Leakey still has the lead. Haggy off the track. Looks like he's marching his way on back. Something's up there.
Did he just pop out and not be able to get back in?
No, that almost seemed intentional. Haggy drops down to 12th. Watch how they shuffle up yet again. Right now, Kevin Foster has fought himself back up to 10th.
Nice.
Yeah, good lane choices here by Foster. Foster could definitely use the top 5 finish here. Oh, man. Here we
32
go.
there started making some really close calls. But so far so good.
Yeah, Stella, that is the 19 there of Talon Ulibarri on the outside line.
Oh.
And
Hey, and look who
Ulibarri
he
and
catches
Faye.
up with.
They're both down identical laps now.
They are.
So they're going to work their way back to the front and see if they can push on through. Now let's keep watching here as we see Mark Allen Bivens get a hold of the lead. Leakey holds it, gets it again. Crossing the line, this one's going to go to David Leakey. Right now he's out there trying to make a bid for the most laps led here on the race.
Wow, they are tied between Bivens and Leakey. Look at that.
Yeah, watch how that third car comes into play here.
Oh, yeah.
There it is.
I always call that my magic car.
Yeah, I'm waiting for John Osborne to kind of start snugging it up here just a little bit. Still hammering on through. Not bad. Not bad at all. David Leakey looking at the rest of the field in his rearview mirror here. As they continue on through, the number 6 to the outside line of James Hartley still looks like he's having some little bit of problems struggling staying tacked to the track. Checking track conditions. We still 107 out there on the pavement. Right now, I think the number 6 may be getting a little more than he bargained for here. Sometimes guys don't push around the turns for being afraid of some guy possibly sliding across the rear bumper there.
Yes. And that's understandable. We've seen it.
Stella, I'm taking a look out there, and I believe our first truck is taking it back to the garage.
He has. Sean Britt has turned it in.
All right, lap 60, almost 65 was his calling it quits point. Not bad here so far. Right now, I've got to say, you know, when you see a driver like Matt Crockett all the way here in the back, is he waiting this out? Is he looking to attack at a different time? Will we form a third line and then try to shoot it out at the line? All coming up next.
Well, they have 23 laps to go. And what have we been seeing as far as our window? 30 laps? And a fuel window?
Yeah, just about. It's not going to give them much time to bunch back together.
No, and I'm looking at, wow, these guys that came in on 62, that would be tight. Yeah, we've got a couple that came in on 61 even. They may not, if they can only do 30 laps, that comes short of 100.
Yeah, they've definitely got to start watching the draft here. Right now, Leakey may be the one who's in the most trouble as he's out there getting the most fresh air and using the most fuel. Oh, does the 6 turn him? Hold on. Nolan Gross got to hold on to it here.
Woo. It looks like he did. But if they have radio comms, he may take the bottom line just to maybe get out of Hartley's way.
Unfortunately.
Yeah, what?
Oh,
wow.
my gosh.
Wow.
Oh,
What?
he almost got him.
What is up with 6? Oh, my goodness, Hartley. Killing me.
I'll go whenever. As long as we can stay together, I think we can get up to him.
My. Yeah, I have to say, if I was Gross, I would probably cut down in front of Leakey when you had the chance. That's just too scary.
Yeah, waiting to see if anybody is out there considering pitting now. check in on the radio chatter. Right now, Flagar is out there trying to start scheduling pit stops. They're not going to make it. That's going to be the biggest thing here, Stella. Who pits with who? Can they all pit at the same time?
Absolutely.
And can they get caught back up?
Well, if they all go in the same time, it's not a matter of catching up. They all go in, they all come out.
Yeah, Flagar is kind of hoping that the rest of everybody, you see how far off pace that they are.
Yeah.
They're going to have to make up almost 3.5 seconds to find the guy in 18th.
Ouch.
Oh, here it comes.
And there's our caution. Holy cow, there's pieces and parts flying. First caution with 19 to go.
Guys were going to not pit. They were trying to slink back out. Paul Wilson.
That would be, well, hey, 99% of these guys have a fast repair left.
Yes.
Ho, 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 ho. So this may not be a matter of, well, that'll cause his night. Since we've had no other cautions and only one single car incident, does he have to go all the way around again?
Yes. He wrecked at the start-finish line.
Oh, wow. Okay. I hope he makes it.
Yeah, he should make. Check and see what causes this one. Connection.
There it is.
Boom! I'm trying to see. Is it the 30? Yeah, I don't know if the 30 kind of hooked him here.
Oh, and everybody else missed. Splendid.
Yep, right there. Boy.
And the other truck made it through, just tootling right along.
Yeah, there we are. We're going to take one more look at this.
Maybe a chopper? Oh, no.
Yeah, we can. Let me see if I can find something a little closer here. Right there. Got a feeling somebody might have been cussing him on that one. As he rotate back down the track, do want to give a shout out there to Intentional Wreck for our Carson sponsor. Haven't had any chances to shout them out here tonight as our first caution comes with 18 laps left to go. Not a bad race here so far. Stella is Talladega with one caution. That would be impressive. Almost made it the entire length without a caution at all. But I would say we're going to flatten this out here as the drivers are all getting tires, all getting fuel.
Okay.
And getting the fast repairs that they need. As you can see, the 82 is still mobile.
Nice.
Yeah, just unfortunately he won't be tumbling around there in the top 15. He's going to be in the back 20. He's going to be 24th.
Fourth. Yeah. All right.
Alrighty, so thank you, Intentional Wreck. Out
Warm
there,
up the
check out
tires,
their
fellas.
podcast. But we'll see. Now, Stella, we were originally kind of calling James Hartley for possibly being our guy who got into a little bit of a scuffle out there. As he had been kind of seesawing back and forth out there all race.
Oh, I was just looking at him seesawing back and forth on that bumper. That's what was scaring me. I thought for sure he was going to turn somebody. But we shall see. No choose cone.
No.
for these races, so they will be lining up as you see them in the tower.
Yep, pace car lights are off.
They better snug up pretty quick.
Well, I'm waiting to find our lucky dog out there and see who gets the wave around. And I believe, trying to check and see if it's Matt Crockett here. He's moving at a good clip. See how this goes. Stella, I want to, you know what? Let's go ahead and grab a hold of him. He did recommend, but we'll try to see what all he has to say and see how this goes on. Kevin Foster, you got a copy?
I got you guys.
Alrighty, man. Talk to me about this race here so far and what we do for the final stint.
Oh, the final stint's real simple. We don't have to save fuel. We don't have to worry about any of that. So the good thing is we can just hammer down, and hopefully me and the GFR boys can just pull this win off, and it'll be 3 wide, and I don't think the cautions are over with yet.
Yeah, I don't think so either. I was kind of saying that, we may be seeing within 20 laps, guys are really going to start pushing the issue here. No more give and take. It's just going to be all take out there. You found yourself here in the top 10 again. How do we turn the poles around and stop being a magnet out there?
Well, I don't know. It's Talladega. Anything can happen. But, just when the smoke clears and everyone wrecks and piles through, hopefully the big red propane machine is, first to the stripe. But who knows? I hope the fans out there watching are enjoying this because these last 15 laps are going to be amazing to watch.
Scary. Scary. We'll be on the edge of our seat. Kevin Foster, good luck to you, buddy, and try to come out in this one in one piece.
Amen. Thank you, guys.
Yep. All right, that is the driver there for GFR Racing, Kevin Foster in the number 8. And hopefully we'll see if we talk to him later on here in the run. David Leakey and Mark Allen Bivens taking the green flag yet again out of the Geico restart zone. Flying past Barney, kind of giving him the finger as they go by.
Hey.
The number one finger that he's in the lead.
Number 1.
Good Lord.
He went straight there.
Come on, Stella. All right, drivers starting to separate a little bit here. Gotta say, I wouldn't think as bad as they would be.
Here goes the 3 wide Foster was talking about.
Yeah, oddly enough, you wouldn't think who would be in the front of the 3 wide. Foster actually promoting the 3 wide here on the outside, waiting to see if the 28's going to give him a shove here. Right now, Ricky Hart is there. Remember, Paul Wilson, he was actually the one that was involved in that wreck.
Yes.
For GFR. Waiting to see where Foster is, kind of looking out there. Or, excuse me, Paul Wilson. Wilson showing a lap down here, though.
Yeah, in 23rd, but he is the first runner-up as far as laps down. So if we do have another caution, he'll be right there in the thick of things back on the lead lap.
Yeah. Speaking of the thick of things, Brandon Finley, he's in a tight spot here. Drivers to the inside, and drivers thinking about coming to the outside now. Doesn't seem to be throwing his hands around. Whoa, there's the squeeze.
I did not think there was enough room for that.
Well, Haggy said there is room, and he made it happen.
Wow.
Holy cow. Well, he can't blink one moment. As there is something happening all over the track. Haggy pushes up to the front. Now he's 5th. 15 to go, 14 at the line. Leakey and Gross sitting in a good spot. Right now, if Gross decides to get going here, the 31 of Connor Gibson will let him know about it. Leakey dropping down a little bit. He's got to be careful, and he's got to be predictable. The guys behind him, if he starts sliding and moving around, they're going to try to compensate, and that's how we get a wreck in the front that then collects everybody toward the back. But Stella, no big one yet here. We only saw that one crash.
Yep.
That only really involved 2 trucks.
Yeah, I have a feeling somebody is going to say we're too static. I got to make a pass. I got to make a move. And there's going to be a quick zip around. And that it's either going to work really well or really not.
Alrighty. Well, somebody who is calm, cool, and collected. This is David Leakey right here.
Oh no, he's got a pretty good white knuckle grip on that steering wheel.
I would too. If that thing starts jerking around, he's going to start screaming. We'll see. Right now he's trying to hold on. I guarantee he might be radioing up to Nolan Gross saying, fold the back bumper and we got to get going again.
Well, that's something you don't have to tell Hartley. There's no problem folding the back bumper in.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's check in on the 83 of Jason Greenwell, who is back here in 21st. This is the danger zone. I'm trying to figure out where he's going to end up. Notice how that giant clump of cars right dead center.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't know if I'd want to be there, and you wouldn't believe who's in the middle of it. Kevin Foster's in the middle of it.
Oh, okay.
See the 8 right there? Good Lord, he's in a bad spot.
I thought he was on the outside, but we got 3 wide, 3 reds.
Yuck. Oh, man, this is gonna be rough here. As Chase Copter Cam, look at the separation of these guys.
Wow. Or the lack of separation.
Yep. Right now, there's the 2 guys here in the back, Ulibarri and Fade. They're kind of pushing each other. Yeah. Check out that middle lane.
Yes.
Oh, trying to hold on to it here. 12 to go. Still up front. Leakey's still trying to hold on to the lead, though. He's just barely got it.
Man.
I'm kind of hoping they don't junk it here. Right now, they're looking to see if Foster trying to see if he can send it 4 wide there.
Yeah, not. Ooh. Little door draft up front there.
Foster no can do. Look at this.
Ah, filling it in.
Boy, you want a picture. Now's the time. Holy cow.
Look
at this. 3 wide all the way up to the front here. Oh, there it is.
There it goes.
There it is. The 48 of Brandon Finley.
Oh, no. Oh, I think it took everybody. Oh, man. From what, maybe 5th back, 6th back?
Wow. The driver didn't need that. Paul Wilson here. I think he's got some damage now.
Oh.
Yep.
Oh, yeah. That's a flat left tire?
Yeah, the left front looks like it's down.
Yeah.
And right now, the 04 may be out of it as well.
Uh-oh.
Yeah, Brett Guzik all the way down to 17th. Finley in the 48.
Yeah,
Dude.
we got to see this again.
Oh, 110%. I just got to figure out where's our guy here. Let's take a look. Trying to see. Notice the 48. He's sitting 3rd in line up front.
Okay.
They separate around him. I bet you the spotter never said a thing.
Yep. Came right down on the silver truck. Was that 78? Wow. Nope. Oh, Crocker. Might have been. Yep, because we are 4 wide right there. Oh, he even took the fella in front of him. And then... Oh.
Dude, I think Foster made it.
I don't know. It was one of the red ones got smashed up against the wall pretty harsh.
Oh, they come back and get him here.
Yep. And the big red behind him, too.
Yeah, watch Foster squeak it. He's got it. He's got it. Oh, almost. He's almost got it.
Right?
Right here. Oh, dude.
Yemeni.
Allie called it. He said that was going to happen.
Yes. Yes, but that was ugly. So we've got 5 fellas down in the pits right now. Nickel, Fahey, Crockett, Wilson, and Lacey, all working on getting themselves back squared away. There's 6 cars down there in the infield. Finley, however, definitely had his fast repair. Didn't take much, 14.5 seconds. Lacey, Wilson, Crockett, and Nickel have all been down over a minute. So.
We're going to take one more look here. Inside of the car of the 48.
Actually, that was not as bad as I anticipated.
Yeah, Guzik in the 18. Sitting down in the 18th in the 04. He'll be trying to find his way back up to the front. Flagar be clumping back together here.
So look at Haggy up here all of a sudden.
Oh, yeah.
Been dangling in the top 10, but currently they have him in the lead.
Yeah, I believe so. Some of the guys who pit lap on lap 91 looking to be thinking they may need to stretch it. Mark Allen Bivens all the way back. It came down pit. So I don't know if there's a strategy here, if they're going to make it on fuel or not.
Well, because our top 6 came in on 82. So they're all going to be on older tires. But in 8 laps, is that going to...
Most of our guys in the back didn't take tires. It seemed only fueling goes.
Okay.
Yeah, we're looking at almost 6 seconds or less.
Wait in the back end?
Maybe, or they may be thinking we're going to have caution after caution after caution, and they're going to run out of fuel.
Oh. Ooh, sly. Pace car lights are off. Should be coming into pits this time.
All right, get back under green when Eddie Haggey's ready. Work, Geico restart zone. All right, good driving here so far. Notice how the eyes are not looking in the rear view yet.
No.
No, Leaky. No. All right, starting to door a couple of guys here down the stretch.
Oh, 75 just had to pop out.
Yep, Bob Barry. Oh, that's going to send it 3 wide. Slower car to the inside. Haggy losing all sorts of steam here. Uh-oh. Yeah, Haggy opening up the door for a possible 4 wide here. And David Leakey driving away with this one.
Yeah, he is having a great night.
Whoop. There you go. There's a SpongeBob helmet.
Oh, gosh. It sure is. I was checking out the coffee beans.
Still.
So, Yeah, look at him go, 4 wide. That is amazing. Oh, but we have a crash coming. Oh, we have a crash going, and this will be our 3rd caution. Oh, not good. Took out a bunch of them. We are looking for cars. They are so spread out now. And a bunch of these fellas might have had to use their fast repair this last time, so it's a good chance that we will have a complete upheaval again in everything past our top 10. Look at this. When you see the 4 wide conditions, it's something just did not work there.
Yeah, this is actually riding on with Bill Harkins here.
Oh, bad slap to the wall.
Shot right there. Look at this.
Let's see. Let's see.
The pinch end of the
Oh,
wall here.
Happens up top.
But he makes it. He clears it.
He does. Oh. Oh, what? I almost want you to rewind that. Oh, wow. Like magic. What exactly happened there? Oh, okay. Did he just drift up too far? Because this is the second time we've had something with 4 wide and it not end well. Yeah, because he is going up. Oh. All right, well, this takes us back probably to 3 to go. I'd say this would be a green-white checker. We were on lap 6 when it went down. Oh,
I believe so.
Kevin
there.
Foster's in the pit. Brett Guzik's in the pits. Pondus, Lacey, and Crockett are working on getting themselves squared away again. And I do not believe anybody is bothering to come in, no, for maintenance. Oh, man. No fuel since 91.
Looking at our damaged vehicles down pit road. Well, I got a feeling this is going to be the end of Guzik's night.
Yeah.
Kevin Foster, I was hoping was going to be able to return here.
Yeah, so far both of them have been down 1.5 minutes.
All right. As we're starting to stack them up now, Intentional Wreck is getting their money's worth out of this race now.
There you go.
Mama Goose out there not happy about what happened to the 04. Down and out.
Pit lights just went off. Pace lights just went off. Sorry.
Yep. Marshall Crocker had a little blink out there. Take a look who's made it back. Jason Greenwell, back of the field, is now returning back to the front.
There you go.
Yeah, I was wondering. That's kind of what we were kind of debating on. As if he was sandbagging it here to the very end. Right now, David Leakey still has a shot of winning this one.
Yes, he does.
Blake Simpson
Right,
out there saying, you know what they say, if you ain't first, you're last.
Oh, I hate that one. Was that first loser? You got the winner and the first loser?
Mm-hmm.
Nah.
So we shall see. How much worse this might get. Hoping.
Well, I don't believe we will surpass the 2011 record for lead changes. Would you believe 88?
What?
The prior record was 75, also at this track.
Good Lord. All right, everybody, start getting
You rally
rooting on
caps
your driver and kind of wish them the best here. We're gonna try this. We're gonna try this again.
Right. Intentional wreck. We don't want that still on there.
Alrighty,
These
this
guys are racing.
is gonna be taken off by David Leakey. Eddie Hagee was out front before, but oh man, great jump, but might not be the best thing. Always what we've seen is guys were out front. Notice how he's not going to have any help here. So they're going to run up on him. Hopefully don't pass him here. Yeah, there's the snug. Good job there by Connor Gibson. Gibson does get smushed, though.
Good hard push, but so far so good.
Yep, let's get up top and kind of see what's happening here. So far, so good as they head into turn 3. Notice the separation still 3 wide after the first 3 rows.
Yes.
Leakey still out front. White flag next time by. Which means no more cautions. Thank you, Intentional Wreck, out there for sponsoring Intentional Wreck broadcast. Podcast. And
What
the
a
83
move.
has to back it up big time. Jason Greenwell in trouble. Right now, so far, so good. Everybody's still staying in one piece. There's a smush. 83 is
Oh,
going to
no.
get turned. We saw that coming down.
Yep,
All right, we're going to stick with our leaders here.
we are.
Right now, Bob Barry. Oh, right now, big move.
Look at-
Here comes the 0-0 from out of nowhere. Jackson Knock. Sliding on through. Here we go, fighting to the line. So far, Leakey is enjoying that the 31's behind him now because he's got him pinched. But can he fight Knockoff? Knock, so close.
Oh,
Battle,
no.
dooring each other to the line. And Knock, Leakey got him.
Finley.
Oh my gosh, Leakey got him.
Leaky knock, and guess who? Finley came in third. Oh my goodness. Oh, I don't even want to know how many that last one took out. I mean, I love the face.
Got him by the closest margin.
Yes. Yeah, I have nothing to the thousandths. I mean, as far as timing goes, that's it. I don't know. You know, in any other sport, they'd call that a tie. But somewhere they must have, you know, they must have more clock.
What
than
an
I do.
interesting shot to the line here. Where does Knock come from? I mean, him getting all the way there. I mean, that was just insane.
Yeah, you'd have to start back further for that. Because he did. He just shot up through the middle. It was wonderful. Look at this. Oh, that's nuts. Oh, be darn. Yep. Look at that. It's nice. They're both Chevys, so they're both built the same way. But you can see one is like 3 inches further up on the checkerboards. Fantastic.
Got him by the lip of the bumper.
Pretty much.
That is the
Beaten by a
closest
Shat.
finish here in Simtrax broadcasting that I've seen.
Yes. Yes. We've seen some close ones, but that is amazing. I was going to say, here's your thumbnail, boy. Oh, boy.
What a shot.
Yes.
I mean, at the line. Just got him.
Yeah, if we have time for it, I would love to see where Knock came from. Because just all of a sudden, I'm like, the 00 is coming through. And I love the fact he has P1 on the back of his car and back of his truck, and he came in P1. That's positive thinking.
How did he get it? I mean, I can't... How close that is.
Oh, yeah. I adore that suit.
Holy cow. Alrighty. We're going to, holy cow. Well, we are going to find our drivers out there. We have got to know what in the world, and I guarantee you David Leakey's just as nervous as we are. That was insane. An insane finish here. All right, guys, hold on. We'll round them up. Alrighty, everybody, we've caught up with our third place finisher, Brandon Finley. Dude, your Chevrolet came in top 3 here tonight. Talk to me about these last few laps, and then we'll get back to the lap 90 wreck.
Yeah. I mean, so I had my teammate, the 14. He was in 10th. So we're on the outside lane, and all race long, that third outside lane really had speed. So come into white, you take the white into turn one. I'm like, hey, go high. I'll try to catch up to you. I didn't really catch up to him, more like he fell to me. So I made a decision as we were kind of coming to white. I was like, all right, I got to bail. There's like 3 lanes of cars in front of me, and it was just a matter of getting through the chaos. I prefer the low lane on when chaos is about to ensue. So I avoided 1 wreck, was like, all right, cool, I'll finish top 10. Then the whole top 5 wrecked, and I just slid through there. So it was really just a matter of predicting them to kind of play aggressive and take advantage of that.
Well, they definitely played aggressive. There didn't seem to be any easy spot getting through here. Talk to me about the lap 90. It looked like there was a little bit of issue going on there in the back of the field. And then somebody got hooked, somebody got put into the wall, and, man, you guys were all over the place.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of aggression throughout the race. A lot of, like, early 3 wide around, like, lap 40. And I felt like that was it. We were about 8 or 9 laps to the white flag there. And I felt it was a bit early. I got taken 4 wide about lap 87, 88. So I knew it was kind of getting tense. For me, I'm just going to hold my lane. And it looks like I felt like the guy behind me kind of thought he had a nose in. And I was just like, I'm holding middle lane, man. We can't go 4 wide again. So I don't really blame that person. It's aggressive. It's late in the race. I'd rather you do it in the last 10 laps than the first 10. So That's really all that was for me. It's about, all right, I got the fast repair, reset, stay on the lead lap. Don't get upset about it. Don't race aggressively because you saw what happened. It's just being patient, composed, and then, bringing home the podium.
Man, but being able to turn it around in less than 10 laps and then be able to squeak in, that was something. All right, man. Well, we're pretty fast at this track, but we're going to go to another fast track, and we're heading to Dover, and we're going to switch back to the Xfinities. How confident you feel heading over to the Monster Mile?
I like the mile and a half. I'm a Jimmy Johnson fan, and he's the king of Dover. So if I'm going to wear this number, I got to find a way to be quick. So we're going to try to shoot for a top 10, top 5 finish there.
All right. Well, I guarantee you're going to be looking to be in the hand of Miles out there. Shout out time.
Oh,
Uh-oh.
and I
Brandon.
was fixing that.
What's up? I'm
Fix
here.
Shout out time, my man.
A shout out time? Oh, jeez. I thought there was like a commercial. I didn't know. I've never finished top 3 in the league, so I got to give a shout out to somebody.
Yeah,
Somebody,
for your
anybody?
sponsor, for anybody watching you out there.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Shout out to you guys. How about the broadcasts have been fantastic. I've enjoyed the personalities. I've been watching them back. So yeah, shout out goes to you guys. And then everybody that wrecked in front of me about 5 minutes ago. So
Oh dear. We
All
also have
love.
a question from out in the chat. It
Okay.
says Virginia's, and with a plural. Are you from both West Virginia and the Commonwealth?
Oh, I'm from North Carolina originally, but I've been living up in Virginia for the last couple years. So that
there-
might make it's either a friend of mine that's watching the race shouting out the Virginias, or maybe somebody picked up something on an accent that I thought I got rid of. Who knows?
Oh no,
yeah,
no.
they
We
would
pop
just-
up a little information on you out there, man, and definitely people can see where your hometown's at.
Yeah, I guess in your profile you put Virginia's.
Oh, interesting. There
they
you
were
go, the
asking.
Virginias. Yeah, I did sign up for iRacing when I was living in Northern Virginia, so there's that. So yeah, shout out to Virginias as well.
That'll do.
All righty, Brandon Finley. Appreciate you, buddy, and good luck at Dover.
Thanks, guys.
All righty. Hey, did you hear that? First time. He's never been up in the top.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's something. Yeah, right now, I
Very cool.
guarantee
But-
you, this
But
guy
he's also
right here.
he's calling himself for podium on
Yeah.
Dover, though.
This guy's gonna be a little wound up here. We'll see how calm, cool, and collected he is. Jackson Knock, dude, the 0-0. Yes or no? What in the world happened here?
Well, I just want to say back at it again in the booth, second time this season. Very happy with that. Sadly, I couldn't have my camera on for you guys tonight. Could not get it working for some reason, but that is okay. Man, that was just an awesome finish. I believe that's
Yes.
David Lakey's first win. It could have been mine in Bandit, but I'm glad it went to one of us. But yeah, that last 2 laps, we're just kind of riding. I was stuck on the bottom, didn't know where I really needed to go. So I just stayed on the bottom until everyone wrecked around me, and I said, okay, well, now's my time. I had a great run, and I just sent the middle. It worked out. I squeezed a gap to get to the third lane, got around a truck, and got pushed all the way to the center of the tri-oval until my pusher got KO'd, and he KO'd Lakey's pusher, and all of a sudden it was just me and him to the line, and I didn't want to hit him too hard, but I had to use him up a little bit. But if my nose was about an inch longer, that could have been mine.
Yeah, I think he only beat you by the front clip there, just barely. The very front lip, we even slow-moed it right at the end. We were actually amazed. You kind of came out of nowhere with this sudden burst of speed, shot through the center, and then it's like, hey, I'm here to play. It's like, dude.
Yeah.
I
I hit the gas for the first time all race right there.
Yeah.
Well,
that's what
I'll tell
happened.
if you go play it back, you'll hear me scream, "Look at where that's coming from!" So, yeah, you just blindsided me flying up through the middle. That was awesome.
Man, yeah, well, that definitely was a nail biter, especially right at the end. You guys even dooring each other a little bit. I mean, it looks like you popped him twice. He popped you the last time, and then the squeak right at the line. But it wasn't intentional. It didn't look like you guys were trying to turn each other. But man, when you got the shot, you got to do it. So
Oh yeah.
definitely has to happen. Now let's move our way to next week and kind of your confidence level. Man, we head to Dover, and right now Brandon Finley's saying he's open for a top 5 or a top 10 out there, seeing that he's running the Jimmy Johnson number. Well, you're running the 00 out here. I can't think of anybody off the top of my head. Is it going to be you? It could be a top 5 next.
Well, you know what? The 00 is my thing, and I'm gonna make it iconic myself. I think, I did great at Martinsville. That's a track that I've never done good at. Sadly, I missed Texas, as you guys know. But back here this week with another top 3, second place, and I do believe that even though I've not had great finishes at Dover in the past, I don't know, 4 years maybe, that I feel like I'm on a little bit of a roll. Especially with not being good at Martinsville, not being good at Dover. Maybe I'll have a good finish there too.
All right,
Life
well,
is
we're
good.
definitely going to hope
And then
for that.
You can always say it's Robert Parrish, excuse me. 00?
Yeah, Jay out there is even saying Buckshot Jones.
Ah. See,
I'm not sure I'm aware of who they are.
Well, he used to be with the Boston Celtics.
Oh, okay.
Whoa.
Yeah, I only watch Left Turn sports. So
Racing. Come on,
okay,
Stella,
okay.
keeping him racing. All right, Jackson, give me your shout outs here, my man, and we'll get you ready for Dover.
First of all, I want to thank my sponsor, OxyClean. They've been doing oxygen cleaning 50 years before the brand you've ever heard of, which is the bleach. I would also like to thank Mailbox Media. That is my own channel. I've streamed this whole race on there, and I'm going to continue to stream everything else on there too. As well as I would like to thank my grandma, my grandpa, my mom, my dad, anyone else who might be watching my broadcast, anyone who's here to support me with real life racing as well as this. Just pretty much anyone who supports me. Thanks for coming out. Hopefully I can give you guys a few more of these and hopefully get into the victory lane. That'd be nice.
All right, Jackson. Congratulations, man, and we'll see how you do at Dover.
Have a good night.
Yep.
Good night.
Wow. Awesome job here. Awesome job. Now let's move on, and I'm going to feel like a real butthead. He called him Lakey.
I know.
I know. Well, let's go ahead and ask him while we're at it and get him here in the booth. David.
Hey, how's it going?
All right, well, let's first start. How do we say your last name here, my man?
It's Lakey.
See, I was right.
Oh.
Yeah, a lot of people get it wrong.
Yeah, he was calling.
Yep.
Yeah. Unbelievable.
I think we've had a drip, leaky for a while, so we apologize.
Yeah, no, that's all good.
All right, well, if you go back to the broadcast, we got the facial expression of your win at the line. Talk to me about the this race here, because I believe you even have a fan out here in the chat.
Yeah, I think I always have one fan at least. My mother always watches. I'm sure she was super excited. I had a couple text messages when I looked down. But I haven't even seen the replay yet. I saw a picture posted in Discord of how close it was. It looks very reminiscent of Buescher and Larson at Kansas. Like that is a very close finish.
Insanely close.
Yeah, so I thought Knock had it. I mean, I looked to my right in my right monitor, and I thought he was out front. So I was really surprised when my teammates told me that I got it. So definitely a look of shock on my face.
Yeah, that was definitely blazing there at the line. The two of you guys were dooring each other all the way through. Talk to me a little bit about kind of the strategy of how to get yourself to the front, because normally in the number one spot, you're setting duck there at the end.
Well, sorry about the background noise, but yeah, it was a long race, but my teammates, we stayed together the whole race. So myself, John Osborne, and Connor Gibson, which Connor was one heck of a pusher tonight. I literally have to thank him the most because he's the one that got me this victory. But we stayed together in all the pit cycles, and at the end, as the leader in that last caution came out, I chose the outside. Connor was going to be on the inside, and I knew if I kind of jumped the start a little bit early, I could get in front of Connor, and he'd push me to the end. And unfortunately, I jumped a little too soon and got too far out, which allowed the rest of the pack to catch up. So it was a race from that point forward.
Yeah, that was definitely crazy. I even called it. I said, "Oh no, he's out too far. That's
Yeah.
not good. They're gonna start reeling him in." But you kept your composure and made it
Yeah.
all the way to the end.
Yeah, I backed off the throttle a little bit, and I was like, Connor, man, I need you to push like you never pushed before, and he never lifted. So
Wow.
I got to thank him for that. Connor is one heck of a teammate. Him and John. We talked. We had a lot of communication. Got to thank the Young Guns team as well. We worked well with them tonight. It seems like we were all on the same pitch strategy. So those guys really helped us out. But it was a very good race, and I think my heart rate probably got up to about 150 there at the end.
I believe it. I'm armchair, driving here, and my heart rate was up. It was wild how everybody came in right clutch at the end. That was
Yeah.
fantastic.
That was awesome.
Yeah. Now, how does this transfer over to Dover between you and your teammates?
Well, I'd have to say probably John's probably going to be the strongest at Dover. I'll probably have to sit down with him and get some of his strategy. He's really good at managing tires. He's really good at those types of tracks. Connor is like a Swiss Army knife. He can drive pretty much anywhere as long as he keeps his cool. And then, we'll just try to stay together and keep each other composed during the race and see what happens. It's not one of my best tracks, but it's not my worst either. So a top 10 for me would be good.
All right. Well, we're definitely going to be rooting you on out there as you get back into the Xfinity cars. Go ahead and give me your shout outs for all your sponsors and the people out here watching you.
Shout out to my mother for always watching. I appreciate that. It means a lot to me. Shout out to my wife. I got 3 kids at home, and she allows me this time to race in the league every Wednesday and takes care of the kids and puts them to bed, does everything, and I'm still sitting in the simulator racing. So I got to thank her for letting me do this hobby. And then my teammates, John, Connor, and unfortunately one of my other teammates couldn't make tonight, Hayden. He sent me a text right after the race saying, "Hey man, what a finish!" So a couple of my other buddies out there, Ramos, he's always there to help me out and cheer us on. But yeah, I just want to thank everybody in the league. Thank Bill for putting on such a great league, and I want to thank you guys for an awesome broadcast. You guys do an outstanding job, and I can't wait to rewatch the broadcast.
All righty, appreciate you, David Lakey. See, I got it this time.
Yes, sir.
There we go. All right, my man. Good luck to you, and we'll see you at Dover.
All right, brother.
All
So
right.
you can teach an old dog new tricks.
Yeah, I mean, that was amazing. That was an amazing finish right there at the end. I am baffled at how in the world he came out with that finish. I mean, that
Look
was
at
just,
them all.
yeah,
Just
absolutely
on the
insane
screen.
here. As we kind of see a little bit of the replay hanging out here in the background. That is just an
is
insanely good finish here right when they get to the end. Is how in the world he made it. As you see him wrecking here. As I know you want to see Knock. You want to find out how in the world he got through there.
Yeah,
And
it
there-
just suddenly appeared, and it was just amazing, just like
Yeah.
slicing through butter.
Right there. Yeah,
Nice.
just good timing.
Yep. Thank you.
Yeah, good timing all the way here to the end, and this definitely went exactly the way they had hoped. Once they wiped out there, that was it.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, Bob Berry, so close here to the top 3.
Oh, yeah. Considering I think he started last. If it wasn't last, it was darn close.
Yeah, 29th.
Oh, wow. All right. I'll tell you, our top 5, yeah, we're up 18, 21, 6, 25, and 2. John Osborne's the only one that really started in the top 5 and ended in the top 5.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, he started, John Osborne should have been starting in 7th, I believe. Boy, oh boy, we round this one up. Talladega never disappoints. This is This is fantastic race. Lack of cautions. We did have a couple there at the end, but that is to be completely expected. This definitely was exactly everything it needed to be. There was pit strategy, there was drafting, there was teamwork, this is exactly how you want to find a league out here racing a super speedway, because if they can keep this kind of composure during a super speedway, I guarantee you when you race with these guys at the 1.5 miles, the miles, or even the road course, you expect the same sort of definitely a level of respect among the drivers out there. So David Lakey, Jackson Knock, and Brandon Finley ended up coming away 1, 2, and 3. All Chevrolets in the top 10 except John Osborne's Ford, who sits 5th. We don't find a Toyota until we look back in 19th and 20th, but they had a chance out there until the wrecking started. Stella, anything left to add?
Oh, let's do it again. I am ready for Dover next week.
All right, now I guarantee we're going to be having a fantastic race at Dover as well. We're going to get head off the air here, start heading our way up to Delaware and get ready for that race. Guys, stay tuned. You'll find the link out there when we're ready to rock and roll and we're getting all set up. But until then, be well, be safe, be kind, and we'll see all you guys next time.